On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Emotion.
A strong feeling such as love, anger, etc., deriving from one's situation, mood, or relationships with others.
Examples:
Control my emotion. Afraid to show emotion. Some emotions are common across cultures and backgrounds.
Grammar.
The set of structural constraints on speakers or writers' composition of clauses, phrases, and words.
Examples:
Grammar checker. Latin grammar. Mastering grammar takes a lot of time for those learning a foreign language.
Competent.
Having the necessary ability, knowledge, or skill to do something successfully.
Examples:
Competent authority. Competent personnel. The judge ruled that the defendant was competent to stand trial.
Stack.
A pile of something arranged or laid one on top of another, a large tall chimney through which combustion gases and smoke can be evacuated.
Examples:
High stack. A large stack of paper. The earthquake caused a stack of lumber to crumble noisily.
Esteem.
Great respect and approval for or a good opinion of someone.
Examples:
Esteem for the other person. Boost my self-esteem. He is our loyal customer who should be held in high esteem.
Boost.
To improve, raise, or increase something.
Examples:
Boost the economy. Boost flexibility. The new service helped boost net income by 10%.
Forge.
To fashion or shape metal by heating it and hammering it into shape, to create or develop something new or original, to form strong bonds or relationships with others.
Examples:
Forge an alliance. Forge iron. She had to forge her father's signature on the permission slip because he was out of town.
Decision.
The act or process of making up someone's mind about something, a choice or judgment reached after considering options.
Examples:
Decision authority. A selfish decision. She was struggling to make a decision between two job offers.
Instinct.
An inborn behavioral pattern that is often responsive to specific stimuli, an innate feeling that causes you to act or believe that something is true.
Examples:
Instinct for self-preservation. Aggressive instinct. When faced with a dangerous situation, his initial instinct was to flee.
Psychology.
The scientific study of mind and behavior.
Examples:
Psychology experiment. Psychology of crowd. She had a master's degree in psychology.
Evaluate.
To assess or estimate the quality, significance, quantity, or value of something.
Examples.
Evaluate the grant proposal. Evaluate a situation. The meeting aims to evaluate possible choices.
Accurate.
Correct and exact in all details.
Examples.
Provide accurate information. Accurate measurements. The official transcript contains accurate academic records.
Frequent.
Happening constantly.
Examples.
Frequent absence. Frequent use. His heartaches are less frequent now.
Overestimate.
To estimate something to be greater in amount or importance than it really is.
Examples.
Overestimate the value. Overestimate the amount of time spent. He tends to overestimate his abilities.
Phenomenon.
Something that exists and can be perceptible, especially one that is not fully understood.
Examples.
Natural phenomenon. Historical phenomenon. A rainbow is a natural phenomenon.
Display.
To exhibit or show something to others, often to attract attention or demonstrate its features, properties, or value.
Examples.
Display merchandise. Display artwork. We need to display our products in an attractive way to attract customers.
Illusory.
Not real or true, based on or having the nature of an illusion.
Examples.
Illusory wealth. Illusory hope. The promise of easy money turned out to be illusory.
Superior.
Better, higher in quality, or more advanced than others.
Examples.
Superior performance. Provide superior customer service. The new smartphone model is superior to the previous version in terms of speed and features.
Judge.
A person who makes decisions in a court of law. Verb, to determine the result of or form a critical opinion of something.
Examples.
Judge a competition. An associate judge. The strict judge ruled in favor of the plaintiff in the case.
Degree.
A unit of measurement for angles, temperature, or level of proficiency or achievement, a rank or level of academic or professional attainment.
Examples.
Bachelor's degree. Degree centigrade. She received her degree in psychology from the university.
Viol.
A stringed instrument, typically with 6 strings and frets, played with a bow, also called a viola da gamba.
Examples:
Viol instrument. Viol music. The viol player was rehearsing for an upcoming concert.
Mathematics.
The science dealing with the logic of quantities, shapes, spaces, and arrangement.
Examples:
A good grounding in mathematics. Mathematics competition. He has a flair for mathematics.
Software.
A set of computer programs and associated documentation and data for doing particular computational jobs.
Examples:
Software architect. Copyrighted software. The company specializes in both hardware and software.
Engineer.
A person whose job is designing, building, or maintaining something such as machines, structures, or software.
Examples:
A civil engineer. Engineer shortage. The engineer will repair my telephone tomorrow morning.
Isolate.
To physically or socially separate someone or something from other people or things.
Examples:
Isolate a compound. Isolate a patient. You should not isolate them from the community.
Discipline.
The practice of training people to obey rules or a code of behavior, using and punishments if these are broken, a region of activity, knowledge, or influence.
Examples:
Break discipline. Rigid discipline. He quickly learned the military discipline.
Ethics.
A branch of philosophy that considers what is morally right and wrong conduct, a set of beliefs about what is morally right and wrong.
Examples:
Political ethics. Ethics of journalism. This scripture provides the code of ethics for the religion.
Extent.
The point or degree or area to which something extends.
Examples:
Certain extent. The extent of the damage. I was amazed at the extent of her generosity.
Emotional.
Relating to people's feelings.
Examples:
Emotional health. Emotional distress. Human emotional responses vary widely depending on the society to which they belong.
Intelligence.
The ability to learn, comprehend, or make judgments or conclusions based on reasons.
Examples:
An intelligence test. Field of artificial intelligence. In terms of intelligence, he was head and shoulders above his classmates.
Medical.
Relating to the treatment of illness or injuries, relating to the practice of medicine.
Examples:
A medical opinion. Temporary medical treatment. The medical team worked quickly to save the patient's life.
Lab.
A workplace for the conduct of scientific research, a laboratory.
Examples:
Lab instrument. Medical lab. The Prime Minister will pay a courtesy visit to the Nobel laureate's lab.
Vulnerable.
Capable of being hurt or influenced physically or mentally.
Examples:
A vulnerable bridge. Vulnerable parts of the body. Infants and pregnant women are particularly vulnerable.
Delusion.
A false belief or impression that is firmly held despite evidence to the contrary.
Examples:
Grand delusion. Labor under a delusion. He had a delusion that he was a millionaire.
Incompetence.
Lack of physical or intellectual ability or qualifications to do something successfully or as it should be done.
Examples:
Have a feeling of incompetence. Incompetence of urine. Her behavior testified to her incompetence.
Recognize.
To acknowledge or realize something or someone, to identify, remember, or become aware of something that was previously known or encountered.
Examples:
Recognize talent. Recognize achievement. It's important to recognize your strengths and weaknesses.
Argue.
To express differing opinions or points of view, often in a heated or contentious manner, to present a case or reasoning to persuade or convince others.
Examples:
Argue a case. Argue passionately. The couple began to argue over which restaurant to go to for dinner.
Suffer.
To experience pain, distress, or hardship, to undergo or endure something painful or unpleasant.
Examples:
Suffer a setback. Suffer bad grades. The older man suffers from arthritis and finds it difficult to move around.
Curse.
A rude or offensive word or an expression that is not polite and shows that you are very angry.
Examples:
Under a curse. Few curse words. Many autocratic policies became a curse for that country's economy.
Gap.
A conspicuous disparity or difference separates something such as a figure, people, their opinions, situation, etc.
Examples:
The gap between ideal and reality. Distance gap. Many people are working together to close the gender gap.
Participate.
To take part in something.
Examples:
Participate fully in conversation. Participate in the program. The majority of students actively participated in the college's intramural sports program.
Debate.
A formal discussion or argument of opposing viewpoints, often to persuade others to adopt a specific position, a public discussion, often on an issue of current interest, in which participants offer opinions and differing perspectives.
Examples.
Debate topic. Debate competition. The debate over climate change continues to be a hot topic in politics.
Tournament.
A competition or series of contests involving several players or teams, leading to a final winner or winners.
Examples.
Tournament for professionals. National tournament. The basketball tournament was fiercely competitive, with the top teams all vying for first place.
Preliminary.
Serving as a preparation for something more important or extensive, introductory, taking place before the main event or decision.
Examples.
Preliminary investigation. Preliminary agreement. Before starting the project, we need to go through some preliminary research and planning.
Grasp.
To take hold of something or someone quickly and firmly.
Examples.
Grasp his hand. Grasp a chance. They spent a lot of time trying to grasp the current situation.
Argument.
A set of statements or reasons used to support or refute a proposition or theory, a verbal or physical fight or dispute.
Examples. A
blazing argument. The argument against capital punishment. The argument between the two sides over the proposed policy was heated.
Ego.
A consciousness of your own identity, a person's sense of self-esteem or self-importance, especially inflated one.
Examples.
Ego defense mechanisms. National ego. She was constantly trying to boost her ego by talking about her accomplishments.
Blind.
Unable to see, unable or unwilling to perceive or understand the true nature of something.
Examples.
Blind to the beauties. Blind spot. She was nearly blind due to severe diabetes.
Deficit.
The total amount by which money spent is greater than money earned in a particular period of time, the property of being an amount by which something, especially an amount of money, is less than expected or required.
Examples.
Federal budget deficit. An accumulative deficit. Exchange rate fluctuations have increased that country's trade deficit.
Spot.
A particular location or place, a small round or roundish area, differing in color or feels from the surface around it.
Examples.
Beauty spot. A spot on his honor. This remote spot is rarely visited.
Initially.
At the beginning, at first.
Examples:
Initially anticipated. Diagnosed initially as a tumor. This train departed later than initially scheduled.
Logic.
A way of thinking or reasoning conducted or evaluated by strict validity principles, the study of correct reasoning or good arguments.
Examples:
An indisputable logic. A demonstration in logic. There's no logic in his description.
Label.
A small piece of paper, fabric, or other material attached to an object and giving information about it. Verb, to assign to a category.
Examples:
A mailing label. Label a bag with my name. The label on the food package lists the ingredients and nutritional information.
Awful.
Causing fear, dread, or terror, very bad or unpleasant.
Examples:
An awful error. Do awful damage. I regretted making an awful mistake in my final exam.
Moderate.
Being within reasonable limits, not excessive or extreme.
Examples:
Moderate growth. Moderate risk. He had a moderate understanding of the topic, but needed further research.
Confidence.
The feeling or attitude that one can trust or rely on the abilities or good qualities of someone or something.
Examples:
Confidence as a teacher. Boost my confidence. Skill and confidence are an unconquered army.
Knowledgeable.
Having or showing extensive knowledge, expertise, or understanding of a particular subject or field.
Examples:
Knowledgeable staff. Knowledgeable advice. She is quite knowledgeable about the latest trends in technology.
Assume.
To think or accept something to be true without having proof of it, to take or begin to have power, to begin to exhibit a specific quality or appearance.
Examples:
Assume a lousy attitude to his boss. Assume an important role. The following example assumes that the capacity of each battery is the same.
Inept.
Lacking skill or aptitude, clumsy.
Examples:
Inept government. Socially inept. He was inept at handling the situation.
Bubble.
A thin, round, and often transparent mass of gas that is surrounded by a thin layer of liquid, a state of economic or social prosperity that is unsustainable and eventually collapses.
Examples:
Bubble in the champagne glass. Economic bubble. Many people worry that the current real estate market is a bubble that could burst soon.
Inaccurate.
Not completely correct or exact, not conforming to the truth or a standard.
Examples:
Inaccurate measurement. Inaccurate figures. The information in the report was found to be inaccurate, so it had to be corrected before it was published.
Perception.
A belief, opinion, or image you have based on how you regard, understand, or interpret something, the ability to see, hear, or notice something through the senses.
Examples:
Keen perception. Perception of a stimulus. He is a man admired for the depth of his perception.
Unskilled.
Lacking the knowledge, training, or specialized skills required for a particular job or task, not having developed or cultivated a particular ability or expertise.
Examples:
Unskilled salesperson. Unskilled job. The unskilled worker struggled to keep up with the fast-paced manufacturing job.
Perceive.
To become aware or conscious of something through the senses.
Examples:
Perceive a threat. Perceive light. Australia is widely perceived as having low levels of corruption.
Invisible.
Impossible or nearly impossible to see.
Examples:
An invisible asset. Invisible stars. The phenomenon is invisible at optical wavelengths.
Competence.
The ability to do something well or efficiently, the knowledge, skill, and ability required to perform a task or job effectively.
Examples:
Competence evaluation. Proven competence. The company is looking for candidates with the necessary competence and skills.
Proverb.
A short saying that expresses a truth or gives advice based on practical experience.
Examples:
A hackneyed proverb. Ancient proverb. The famous proverb actions speak louder than words reminds us to focus on deeds instead of words.